Yo, what's good, everybody? Yuki Fine for you, and I'm gonna ask a simple question: Is Yosenju's secret technique good or bad for the deck? Now, we're noticing a trend that's been going around, and there's sort of been a divide in the Yosenju deck users. The divide is people who think Yosenju's secret move is the most highest of God tier cards, should be played at threes, and if you don't play it at threes, you're a dumb fuck and bad at the game. And then there's the other side, the other argument, side of the coin, that states that Secret Moves is a terrible card, you shouldn't play it, and you're bad at the game and at the deck if you play Secret Moves. But today I'm going to give my thoughts on Yosenju's Secret Move, whether I feel that it is good or bad for the deck and which side I'm on, if I just like to pick a side. So first off, what does this card even do? Well, most of you don't know if you're living on a rock in a cave or brand new to the game. Secret Move is a counter trap card that states when a spell or trap card or a monster effect is activated while you control at least one Yosenju card, and all face-up monsters you control are Yosenju monsters, and of course you don't have to have any monsters. You just have to have at least a Yosenju card on the field to even use it, so you don't have to have any monsters on the field anyway. Dumb translations, I don't understand. But anyway, negate the activation if you do destroy that card. And that's my mouse. That is my mouse. Because I hit the freaking wire and the thing for it fell. The thing in the back fell for that. It's awesome. Can I find it? Yes, I can't. Get up here. Okay, sorry about that. I hit my mouse cord. You probably know what I mean. But anyway, so let's go over the pros and cons of Secret Moves. The positives of the card is the fact it's counter trap, so you can't really trap stun unless you do it before the opponent even attempts to activate it. It can negate spells, traps, and monster effects, which is really nice. It's not once per turn, so you can activate multiples if you so wish to. I don't know why you want to activate more than one per turn unless you really have no choice. So the cons, the negatives of Secret Moves. The big elephant in the room is the only monsters you can control, if any, have to be Yosenju monsters. Yes, you can have a Yosenju card and simply activate it, but if you control any other monsters on the field, you can't use Secret Moves. That's the biggest negative. Another negative is it's a pretty easy card to figure out. If you're playing against the deck, if your opponent has no monster on board and has like one of the pendulums, like either Diebok or the Shinju right or left in their pendulum zones, then you know they have at least one Secret Moves face down. If they have multiples, yeah, it's not really something you can predict unless they added both their hands. But we're going with the fact that you know they probably have one face down. At least one face down, and it's a card that can be easily baited out if if the person's not really the most brightest person in the world, or they're playing a deck that can easily bait out Secret Moves, and they don't really lose much control over the game, and doesn't really hurt them all too much, and basically just puts your opponent in a very bad situation where they're forced to use the Secret Move counter trap. So those are pretty much the pros and cons of Secret Moves, and I personally have used decks, Yosenjus with the counter trap and without the counter trap, because I'm not going to talk about something or say something's bad or good without even testing it out if I have the ability to. Of course, this doesn't include any first-hand impressions of a card that's not been released yet. That's completely different, but is it a good card for the deck or a bad card? And Secret Moves in general is a good card. It's a counter trap. It can negate shit. Of course it's good. But is it a game-breaking card for the deck that should be played in threes or just played at all? No, it's not a super big groundbreaking card, and that's because of the fact that you have to control Yosenju monsters uh, in order to use the effect. Now, I know you have a card, but let's say you want to exceed to, let's say, Brotherhood of the Fire Fist. Ew. Why do you have that? That's ugly. But you want to go Tiger King and get that Tinky, search out a Tinky. Well, if you go to your extra deck and you have Secret Moves face down, it's now dead. Even if you have like the Shinju L or R or Diabolic in your Pendulum Zone, you still can't use it because the monsters you control in the field is not a Yosenju monster. It's a Fire Fist. So it's now a dead card. Um, and another negative of the card is if you don't want to go into your extra deck, which it kind of makes you not want to go in there to begin with. But another negative is the fact that you have to leave your field empty. Unless you're lucky enough to where your opponent, Veilers or Phoenix Chains, one of your Senju monsters, break skill, but pretty much negates their effects and prevent them from returning to the hand to their end phase. Uh, Other than that, your field's gonna be empty, so that leaves you wide open for shenanigans. Now I know there's some of the news report, like I can't remember that. Can't remember the card on top of my head. I think it's called Orabok. It's like level 6, so like a battle fader in a sense, but you have to discard a Yosenju monster in order to even summon him. But your field's pretty much empty, so that opens you up for annoying plays. And if you only have one secret moves, your opponent can bait that out and then just continuously go off. So that is kind of a nuisance. Other things is that you're limited to only playing really Yosenju monsters in your deck. Other things like Max C aren't card D because they don't stay on the field for that long, and Max C doesn't really go in the field because you just discard them to get draws. So playing things like Fire Fist Bear, like Thunder King or something like that, Fossil Dyna, as some decks have been playing, pretty much you can't play them due to the fact that secret moves won't be active and live, and it becomes a dead draw most of the time because of that. But the good things about the card, again, is the fact that it's a counter trap. And whether it's good or bad in the deck, I feel like it comes down to how you want to play the deck. If you want to be able to go into your extra deck and play things like Firefist Bear because your Tinkies and stuff kind of go with a different route, I would not recommend running Secret Techniques. Maybe as a one-off, that's only if you're running the Pendulum, like Sinshu L or something like that. But I wouldn't really recommend playing it due to the fact that the Yosenjus are pretty much just going to be used for Exceed Summons, so going for Chidori and Tiger King and Ice Beast, not Ice Beast, Ragnar Zero and stuff like that, just because they can easily just summon Exceeds and become pretty much a rank 4 base deck. In my opinion, sort of the best version to use Secret Techniques is with the Pendulum version, due to the fact that you're always going to have a Pendulum, like a Yosenju card anyway, with Daibok, Sinju L, Sinju R, and stuff like that, so that would be the thing. Now, the biggest thing with Secret Moves that would have made it a lot better is if you only had to control a Yosenju card. That would have been a lot better, because then the Pendulums wouldn't really matter, because you could put, like, L, and then, okay, I'm Fire Fist Bear, you want to use that trap card, okay, negate anyway. That would have made the trap card much more better, but, again, I'm not really knocking, I'm not saying it's a horrible card, but, like I said, it's just something that, how you want to use the deck depends on whether or not you should use secret moves. Now, you can easily search it out, so I have seen suggestions that maybe you play as one of possibly in the deck, because you can search up a comma 3, and it's a nice defense for your monsters. But then again, you have to play around, you have to tiptoe it, and I feel like if you're not wanting to play a deck like that, where you have to tiptoe around, if you want to go to Exceed and stuff, you can definitely, better offer plays things like Mirror Force and Deep Prison, and just other traps in general, Floodgate cards, just other things in general that may be more beneficial for your Yosenjus. But anyway, give me your thoughts on Secret Moves. I'm really curious what you guys have to say. And whether or not you think it should be played in the deck, or whether or not you don't think it should be played in the deck, regardless of playstyle art. You just think it's a bad card. I really want to know what you guys think. So anyway, give me your thoughts in the comment section below. I feel like I'm trying to burp. And I don't want to come off. I hate it when that happens. But anyway, again, thoughts, comment section below. And yes, I'll see you guys in the next video. And I do want to start doing more discussion videos because these are pretty cool to do every once in a while. So anyway, I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.